LEGO is all about creativity, and some fans take that to the next level. Today we're showcasing the most incredible LEGO MOCs, fan creations that look like they should be official LEGO sets. And starting us off in at 10th place we have Gyarados, which was made by Zane Houston, and this was showcased at Brickworld Chicago 2025. Now this is just stunning, and to be honest it's more like a work of art than a LEGO MOC. It is just so dynamic how all the angles and the LEGO pieces come together to recreate one of the coolest Pokemon designs ever made. The face looks great and it's really accurate. I love the design of the water surrounding Gyarados, how it looks like it almost has a two-dimensional look to it, which really helps it look just like the Pokemon card from which this monster of a MOC is based off. It is so unique and striking that I just had to put it on the list. It doesn't take the most diehard of Pokemon fans to adore and appreciate just how epic this MOC is. In at 9th place we have the LEGO Castle Village, which was created by over 22 people which collaborated together from the Den Lug group, and this huge MOC is over 18 feet long and is packed with medieval architecture like taverns, stone walls and even a huge castle that is found deep within the city atop the hill. For those who love the LEGO Castle theme, this will just blow you away how much time and effort went into building this large village. It feels so lived in and real. Truly no expense was spared with the detail for this creation. I love all the different techniques used to make things like the thatched roofs of the buildings to the defensive walls of the castle. There's so much going on here, it's almost a bit overwhelming to look at, but in this case that's not a bad thing at all. I mean, come on, it took 22 people to collaborate on this and the end product that they come up with is absolutely amazing. In at 8th place we have the Spider-Verse City Battle, which was made by Troy Anderson, Jesse Moller and Mel Brown. I always love seeing Marvel MOCs, and this is easily the best Marvel based MOC I think I've ever seen. There's a huge city based design with some massive buildings with lots of colourful bricks to give it a really comic book feel. There's also tons of different versions of Spider-Man running around all over the city, which is really fun to take a look at and try find each of the different versions of that character. There's also a ton of Easter eggs that you can have fun finding, from popular Marvel locations to fan favourite Spider-Man characters. You can tell the designers are big fans of the Spider-Verse movies with all the detail that has gone into this insane MOC. And despite the many months it took to make, I'm sure they had an absolute blast designing and building this ginormous Marvel MOC. At 7th place is the Battle of Hoth by the Brick Plumber, and this MOC was made over 15 years ago, and for the time it is one of the largest and most detailed MOCs in the world. It features over 100,000 pieces and is 12 feet long and 6 foot wide. The 8080s are custom made and have around 5,000 pieces each, which is insane. There's also lots of LED lighting to help illuminate the inside of Echo Base, and there's a ton of detail on the inside of Echo Base, lots of different rooms and characters, and it's really fun to take a look at. There's also some lights used to recreate blaster fire from the battle, which is a really cool touch. And the battlefield has been brought to life with lots of trenches and snowy terrain. To this day I still think it's the best Hoth MOC ever made. At 6th place is the Xenomorph bust, which was created by Blair Archer, and this was showcased at Brick Cascade 2017. Many of you may be wondering how this one made it onto the list. It isn't exactly large compared to all the other MOCs on this list. However, from a design point of view, this MOC is just absolutely genius. You would think the Xenomorph design is near impossible to recreate using LEGO pieces, as it requires lots of different bendy tube pieces and odd angles to really nail the look of the alien. But somehow Blair managed to knock it out of the park with perfect piece usage and truly next level techniques to get that perfect accuracy. The transparent skull looks so creepy, and the inner mouth popping out is a real neat touch. I think lots of people overlook this MOC because it is fairly small compared to lots of other MOCs, but don't let that fool you, this is engineering excellence. At 5th place is Starkiller Base, which was made by Rich Boy J. Now I hate the sequel trilogy with a passion, but even I'll admit Starkiller Base is a really cool location, and Jay has done a phenomenal job of making it in brick form. The main area where Hux gives his speech looks so good, with all them custom TIE fighters and of course hundreds of First Order troopers and officers very neatly laid out in the large landing platform. Jay did a great job of making the detailed sections such as hangars, lots of interior rooms and a large trench, and even some huge air defense turrets. His own video detailing the process has garnered over 2 million views, and that just goes to show how impressive this MOC really is. At 4th place is Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser, which was made by Aaron Monaghan and Martin Harris, and this was showcased at Brick Expo 2022. Another truly remarkable Star Wars MOC. This thing comes in at 7.5 meters long, which is crazy. Though it doesn't have an interior, simply the fact that the sheer size and scale of this is one of the biggest LEGO Star Wars MOCs we've ever seen, that just had to put this high up on the list for me. And to be honest, if this MOC did have a really cool interior, it could have found itself way higher up on the list, maybe even at 1st place. But nevertheless, it is a phenomenal work of art that was done by Aaron and Martin. So massive credit to them. What they have achieved with this MOC is outstanding. In at 3rd place is the new Hashima Cyberpunk City, which was made by a LEGO user group led by Stefan Builds, and this was showcased at Atlanta BrickCon 2025. Immediately you can see just how large this MOC is. It is without a doubt one of the largest LEGO MOCs currently in existence. And the amount of detail that has been put into this by the multiple builders who collaborated is simply amazing. I love all the lighting that has been added to the city. It helps make the city feel alive, and it helps give that futuristic vibe. But for now, I'll just say that the thought process that must have gone into this is crazy, because all the different techniques and the designs used to capture that cyberpunk city feel are simply phenomenal. I love how different each of the buildings are. It makes each individual building and section feel so unique. There is so much to look at within this MOC. This is truly one of the most groundbreaking LEGO MOCs ever made. At 2nd place is the Battle of Helm's Deep by Rich K and Big J, and this MOC is made up of over 150,000 pieces and hundreds of minifigures that make up the Rohan, Elvish and Uruk-hai armies. This is such an amazing MOC based on perhaps the best battle scene in movie history. Every little detail is perfect, from the deep-in walls to the siege ladders to the rocky landscape surrounding the fortress. But my favourite thing about this MOC is the battle taking place between the different factions of Middle-earth. The hordes of Uruk-hai look incredible and the custom-made elves look great, but it's stated that these were extremely costly to army build due to the lack of elven ear and hair moulds on Bricklink at the time. For me, this is the best LEGO Lord of the Rings MOC ever made. But in at 1st place for the best LEGO MOC ever made, I went with Solid Brick Studios' Battle of Geonosis MOC. This one left me speechless when I first saw it. The sheer size, detail and accuracy is incredible. There is so much going on here, so many vehicles and troopers doing battle. You've got Venators, ATTEs, Republic gunships, AATs, plus tons of other vehicles. And you also have hundreds of clone troopers and battle droids duking it out for supremacy. But perhaps the best thing about this MOC is how the landscape has been meticulously designed. The dark tan colour is a perfect choice for the sandy terrain of Geonosis. And all the spires, canyons and hives just add to the coolness of this MOC. It really is going to take something special to knock this one off top spot for me, because it truly is a perfect MOC. So there we have it guys, 10 of the best LEGO MOCs ever made. Let me know down in the comments which is your favourite. I really would love to know. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as it really does help the channel out. Have a great day and I'll see you on the next one.